shift in modern romance, a phenomenon less about grand gestures and more about the practical realities, like who bought the toilet paper or separated the laundry. Today's episode, the unexpected rise of choremance and modern intimacy. We are witnessing a cultural reevaluation of what partnership truly means. In 2026, authentic intimacy is being redefined. Forget the cliches of expensive dinners and spontaneous trips for a moment. True commitment now centers on who consistently and equitably loads the dishwasher, tackles Sunday meal prep without prompting, and maintains shared responsibility as their default setting. We are diving deep into the modern intimacy of shared domesticity. Domestic labor, the daily, often invisible work required to run a home, has moved from background noise to the foreground of modern, sustainable partnership. In this episode, we will explore the act of service evolution. A sparkling clean kitchen, timely bill payment, or proactive schedule organization isn't just helpful. It's the new, profound, I love you. We'll unpack why these consistent, reliable acts are perceived as trust, respect, and commitment, often outweighing fleeting romantic gestures. The weight of the mental load. We'll analyze why the silent, relentless burden of remembering and managing all the details, the scheduling, budgeting, and shopping lists, is becoming the ultimate litmus test for long-term compatibility. Partners who actively and visibly share this mental burden are forging unbreakable bonds built on true equality. From roommates to soulmates, the power of mundanity. The roommate phase often carries a negative connotation, but we argue that tackling the unglamorous realities of life together is precisely what builds a deeply resilient and unshakable foundation that no fancy vacation or honeymoon phase can ever replicate. We explore how facing the mundane as a united front cultivates a deeper sense of partnership and team efficacy. Is the path to a modern, lasting, and deeply satisfying heart truly paved through the laundry room, the grocery aisle, and the shared digital calendar? Join us as we decode the compelling truth behind choremance and the future of committed relationships. The current socio-cultural environment renders the pursuit of extravagant and meticulously staged romantic spectacles, such as costly tasting menus, perfectly curated picnics, and the ubiquitous Instagram-perfect date night, increasingly anachronistic. In 2026, the most desirable romantic connection is less frequently found in exclusive venues and more often discovered within the framework of domestic functionality, specifically the efficient management of household tasks, such as laundry, vacuuming, and the organization of linen storage. This shift indicates a transition from the era of theatrical display to the intimate comfort of shared practical collaboration. This phenomenon is formally termed choremance, as the demands of contemporary life escalate, characterized by highly fragmented schedules, continuous digital connectivity, and the escalating cost of the grand gesture. Couples are instinctively gravitating toward a more sustainable, grounded, and diagnostically revealing form of intimacy. Choremance is the refined practice of elevating mundane, everyday duties, the essential life administration and domestic obligations, into a genuine and profound relational bonding experience. It serves as definitive evidence that true, lasting compatibility is not cultivated during a fleeting, expensive evening, but within the collaborative effort of daily existence. How partners navigate a crowded retail environment, resolve a minor plumbing issue, or silently manage the accumulation of neglected garments. The migration of the essential vibe check to logistical execution. The conventional dinner and a movie initial meeting is fundamentally a performance, a carefully controlled, often expensive, and highly filtered representation that seldom reveals a person's underlying character or functional reality. These encounters exist in a vacuum, intentionally excluding the disruptive variables of real life. Choremance, conversely, provides an accelerated path to authentic, unguarded connection, offering immediate immersion into how a prospective partner actually manages their life, and, crucially, how they coexist under conditions of routine stress. The diagnostic utility of domestic engagement. The authenticity filter, one's authentic persona, communication style under duress, and organizational habits cannot be effectively concealed when navigating rush-hour traffic for an essential errand, attempting to interpret complex multi-step assembly instructions for furniture, or diligently searching multiple retail locations for a specific, non-mainstream product. These minor frustrations, the inherent friction points of daily logistics, provide significant insight into patience, adaptability, and methods of conflict resolution. Low-pressure, high-reward interaction. The intrinsic focus on a tangible shared objective, such as folding laundry, preparing meals for the week, or conducting necessary errands, mitigates the intense, often counterproductive interview dynamic of a typical seated date. This freedom facilitates organic conversational flow, moving beyond rehearsed anecdotes toward genuine, relaxed dialogue. The joint focus on an external element, the chore, alleviates direct pressure on the two individuals, fostering a companionship based on active collaboration rather than passive observation. The efficiency strategy, romantic multitasking. In an environment where the majority of individuals experience chronic time poverty and the mental load of household management is substantial, Choremance functions as the ultimate relationship optimization tool. It enables couples to actively nurture and invest in their relationship, the foundation of their shared future, without necessitating the sacrifice of ever-present administrative duties. Time spent together is thus redefined not as a scheduled luxury, but as a functional imperative seamlessly integrated into daily operations, transforming necessary labor into genuine quality time. The composition of a Choremance encounter. Prioritizing shared presence over shared spectacle. Fundamentally, Choremance is less defined by the utility of a task and more by the intentional shared presence and collaborative ethos applied to it. It represents the mindful application of attention to the practical necessities of adult life, converting the required into the intimate through the joint mastery of a shared reality. This construct is manifested through several distinct modalities, each serving as a unique evaluative measure of a relationship's foundational strength and compatibility. The mechanics of shared labor. The logistical excursion first date. This method utilizes parallel play, allowing the couple to exist side by side with low-stakes interaction. During natural pauses in conversation, focus shifts intrinsically to the required shopping list or the navigation of store layouts. It provides immediate perspective into a partner's efficiency, tolerance for crowds, and capability to pursue a simple objective as a cohesive unit. Virtual body doubling. For partners separated by geography or demanding schedules, performing tasks such as folding laundry or preparing meals concurrently via video call cultivates a profound sense of coexistence. This digital simulation of living together addresses the human need for nonverbal companionship and establishes a shared sense of accountability and comfort, even across distances. The home improvement partnership. Few undertakings test the structural integrity of a relationship as thoroughly as a visit to a hardware retailer or the assembly of ready-to-assemble furniture. These projects reveal how a couple manages frustration, compromise, and ambiguous directives. A successful completion generates a tangible record of joint accomplishment, whereas the difficulties expose the grace or lack thereof with which conflict is addressed. Collaborative meal preparation. Shifting the focus from a single evening meal to a week's strategic planning transforms a looming chore into a shared investment in future welfare. By equitably dividing the labor of preparing lunches and dinners, partners demonstrate foresight and a commitment to each other's health and time management, effectively condensing a week of potential stress into a single productive Sunday afternoon. The enduring relevance of Choremance. While critical observers may dismiss this trend as lacking in excitement or passion, proponents of Choremance assert that it constitutes the ultimate, non-negotiable positive indicator. It signals a deep, structural commitment to the partnership's infrastructure. It suggests that a partner is not solely seeking the relationship's highlight reel, the thrilling weekends and celebratory dinners, but is both willing and eager to participate in the actual, unglamorous substance of life. This evolution signifies a fundamental change in romantic valuation, driven by the current economic and professional landscape. The new currency of relationship value is not extravagance, but rather reliability and careful consideration. It is a recognition that the true measure of affection resides in the quality of daily interaction, not the infrequency of the grand event. Romance has not ceased. It has simply been re-engineered for a more demanding century. There is a collective realization that the individual who consistently assists in navigating a stressful Tuesday, who attends to waste disposal without being prompted or remembers to replace a necessary fixture, holds infinitely more functional and emotional value than the person who only appears for a spectacular Saturday night engagement. By prioritizing shared reality over shared spectacle, Choremance is actively redefining the true meaning of being swept off one's feet. And occasionally, this simply entails a partner proactively carrying the heaviest bag of groceries without prompting, demonstrating a deep, functional love that persists long after the romantic gestures have concluded. This is not the conclusion of romance. It is its most practical, resilient, and enduring contemporary form. Today's episode deconstructed Choremance, the modern shift in relationship intimacy. We've moved beyond grand, cinematic gestures to appreciate the quiet, profound connection found in shared domesticity. It turns out that a partner who handles the Sunday meal prep without being asked might be the real soulmate material. In the 20s, I love you often sounds like, I already took the trash out. The core takeaway is simple. Don't wait for a candlelit dinner to connect. Look for the magic in the mundane. Shared domesticity is about building a life where both people feel seen, supported, and, crucially, not burdened with all the scrubbing. Your next steps with Speed Mingle. Stay connected. Challenge of the week. Tackle one invisible task for your partner or date this week and observe the positive shift in your relationship's energy. Join the conversation. Tag us on social media with your best hashtag, #ChoremanceWins. Does a clean kitchen or a perfectly organized closet get your heart racing? Podcast host sign off. Thanks for tuning in to 21st Century Dating Decoded, the official Speed Mingle podcast. I'm your host, Don, reminding you that the best route to someone's heart might just be through the laundry room. Catch you at the next mingle. Speed Mingle is strategically positioned to offer the efficient frontier for this new era of intentional dating. Our platform minimizes risk and maximizes opportunities for genuine connection, moving users beyond aimless swiping to the formation of substantive relationships. Speed Mingle is currently transforming digital courtship through 4 distinct, intentional, and efficient modalities. Speed Mingle Anywhere, available now, facilitates authentic, face-to-face video interactions from a user's private setting, overcoming the limitations of anonymous swiping. Speed Mingle Social, launching this week in select markets, offers relaxed, non-hosted weekly gatherings at established local venues for spontaneous, informal connections. Speed Mingle Happenings, in real-life events happening now in your area. These meticulously curated, dynamic, activity-based events are designed to foster natural engagement without reliance on conventional small talk. Speed Mingle One-to-One, launching spring 2026, provides personalized, low-pressure meetings with local singles whose pre-vetted interests ensure an efficient route toward foundational compatibility. Our commitment is to offer a tailored strategy for every preference, be it the efficiency of our premier online platform, a curated event, a personalized meeting, or a spontaneous social gathering. A successful relational portfolio is always predicated upon intentionality and genuine connection. Tune in and mingle, ready to make it official? Follow and subscribe so you never miss a date with us. Find your perfect platform match on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, Audible, iHeartRadio, or Deezer. TV networks. Find the podcast on Roku and Fire TV. Search Speed Mingle TV Network under the Apps and Games tab, and the HRB TV Network, our parent company channel. Secure your spot. Don't forget to secure your spot at an upcoming Speed Mingle event near you. Take the lead and mix, match, and mingle to elevate your social portfolio. Thank you for tuning in to 21st Century Dating Decoded. Until our next episode, stay deliberate, remain protected, and always date with purpose.